Hi, my name is Michèle Dufresne. Today I'm going to be talking about making words, an activity that you can use during word study part of your guided reading lesson. If you're familiar with Jan Richardson's book and using some of her procedures, you've probably seen some of our videos of us doing making words. I've been out and about and just seeing some things going on, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that might be tricky and get in the way of making this a really smooth activity. So I like to use a tray with the letters on it. The reason that we think this is a good idea is before I had a tray like this, I was spending a lot of time putting letters into little baggies to get them ready for students. And if I'm teaching a couple of lessons in a row, I had just letters going everywhere. So I think this is a great way to have your letters ready for your students, and they quickly learn how to get the letters off the tray and get them back on the tray. So it's like cleanup is a snap. At first, it takes them a little time, so you have to get the routine going. So you're going to ask them to take some letters that they need for making words off their tray. So you'll be telling them what letters to take off. And from there, you want them to move the tray out of the way and get their letters lined up underneath so they can see them. So just making sure that they have enough space, and they're going to be moving the letters down to make the word that you're asking them to make. So just like in using sound boxes, you're going to tell them how many letters they're going to need. So for example, we're going to make the word can, and you need 3 letters, make the word can. So they're going to pull down the letters that they need to make the word can. The next thing they need to do is check it. If you don't get them in the routine of checking it, you're going to find when they start to change letters, they're changing the wrong letters, and it just becomes a mess. So that you want them running their finger under it, can, and checking all the sounds. The other thing that this is useful for is if you consider in reading, when students read words that are wrong, that are almost like the word that they think it is, but they're not checking all the letters. This teaches them how to check that all the sounds that they hear in the word are there in the word that they're looking at in the print. So this really has great application into reading and solving words. So now they've checked it, can, and you're going to say, we're going to make the word pan. What letter are you going to change? And the first thing you want them to do is to take away the letter they don't need before they get the letter that they do need, and then they need to check it. Pan. Do you have all the sounds? So again, you're really emphasizing checking that they've got it correct. Now, in this particular procedure, at first, the easiest thing would be just to change the first letter to different fan. And then later, they're going to be changing the ending letter. So maybe they had a T and they're going to go fat. And then even trickier would be changing the vowel. So going from fat to fit. That's even harder. And then of course you'll start to use digraphs and blends as well, which makes it even trickier. But you're not going to get going if you don't make sure that they say the word slowly and check the sounds that they're seeing. That's a very important step in this.